So this story happened a week ago. My sister was in town to visit with her husband and 11-year-old son. My BF isn't a huge fan of my sister's husband. My brother-in-law is, as my BF would describe, tactic cool. Basically, he's really into military stuff, even though he never was in the military. While my BF was a U.S. Marine for 5 years, when they met, my brother-in-law tried to act all buddy-buddy and even said, "These people don't understand warriors like us." My boyfriend finds it annoying both that my brother-in-law is trying to claim warrior status while being a banker, and my BF is not fond of the military after all it did to him, so he gets ticked off when people idolize it. But the problem started when they came over. It was a generally nice night other than a passive-aggressive remark by the brother-in-law. When he learned I was not cooking, but in fact my BF is, I'm a terrible cook, and he's amazing at it, so he generally cooks. After dinner, we were all getting caught up in the living room, and their son Jack was getting bored and started walking around. My BF got up after him to watch over him as an excuse to get out of the conversation. This is what my BF said happened. He followed Jack around the house until Jack said he was bored, trying to be a good uncle. My BF offered to show him his office, and they went inside. My BF is protective of his office, only him and I are allowed inside. So this was a big deal, but my BF wanted to be a good host and uncle. So he showed Jack around the office, showed him his Warhammer armies, the knives he forges, his gaming PC, and everything else. BF has too many hobbies, until they got to a locked cabinet. Jack asked why it was locked. My BF explained his guns were in there, and if his parents allowed it, he would take Jack shooting one day. A little while later, my brother-in-law followed them into the office. My BF was annoyed he was in there, but felt he couldn't kick him out as his son was in there and he had the right to be there. BIL started talking to him about my BF's guns and wanted to see them. My BF was hesitant, but felt there was no harm because Bill is a grown-ass man. Also, he keeps the ammo in the garage across the house. He opened the cabinet and asked my BL not to touch them unless he hands them to him. My BL promptly ignores this, grabs a gun from a rack, does not check if it's clear. My BF emphasizes that it was a huge no-no, and starts waving it around. My BL then thought it would be funny to pretend to shoot his son, so he pointed the gun at Jack. My BF reached for the gun, knocked Bill to the ground, and secured the gun. Then all hell broke loose. Bill started screaming at my BF, and my sister ran to check what was going on. Then my sister started screaming about how my BF could let her son near a gun. My BF isn't a yeller. He's not afraid of confrontation, but he never yells. He just calmly put his gun away, locked the cabinet, looked at me with a "these people are idiots" look, and waited for a lull in the screaming. He told them, "Get the fuck out." Bill got in his face and acted like they were gonna fight. My BF just started him down until Bill backed off. BF's 6'3", muscular and carries himself like a former Marine. He basically just stared my sister and BL out of the house, never raised his voice, never said anything threatening. But after that, the story my family was told is that he's a sociopath with an arsenal, has PTSD, and all of them are blowing up my phone trying to get me to leave him. Apparently, they even called the cops, but we live in his hometown. The local sheriff taught my BF how to hunt as a kid, so the sheriff knew it was a BS report, but still reached out to me to confirm. I assured him and my family countless times that he is not dangerous or hurting me. It's starting to get to me, and I don't know what to do. My BF is concerned for my mental health, but he told me he couldn't care less what they were saying about him. I'm probably gonna go low contact until this blows over. I'm just glad we live a couple states away, so they can't harass me in person.
I'm not a gun guy, but even I know never to point a gun at something unless you intend to destroy it. Your boyfriend is a better man than I, because I would have gone fudging guerrilla luggage test on the in-law.